But, I asked that question because, reading through your bio here, I see that you are the type of individual that you prefer to write more so about your life experiences in your music, more so than just trying to write something, just off of a whim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, with that said, before you called in, I got to be honest with you. I was sitting here listening to the single options that we're going to be getting into in just a little bit, and I can definitely hear the fact that you have a whole lot of different life experiences. Not only that, but also just the range in your voice. I'm just listening to it, and I gotta tell you, and I'm not just saying it to toot your horn or anything like that. I'm truly saying it because I mean it. This is one of the best songs that I've heard today, and I've heard a lot of songs today, so definitely want to say shout out to you for that.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. So with the options record that's out there, we understand that you dropped it in September of this year, and it, is centered around the life experience that you had, not too long ago. So with that said, like, if you don't mind talking about it, like, what was the inspiration behind this record for those who haven't heard it yet?
Well, I'll never say their name. They don't deserve that. They made me upset. But made art out of it, right?
Right.
So the situation was I was talking to this guy. I really liked him. He was into music and just kind of like very niche, like genres and stuff like I was. So I really liked him, but he wasn't ready for a relationship. And he was like talking to his ex-girlfriend still, just kind of blowing off plans and not really taking me serious. And I kind of just realized, like, I don't have to sit through this. Like, why am I upset? Like, I don't deserve this, and I'm not an option.
I like that.
You got to be certain, for sure.
I hear that one, and it's always good, and let that be a lesson to anybody out there listening right now. Always know your worth, and that comes to anything in life, whether it's music, relationship, or even just being, an employee or whatever the case may be. Always know your worth, because I feel like there's so many people out there that happens to settle just because they feel like that an opportunity may pass them by. But the cliche saying, it's his loss. So with that being said, you got any love interests out there right now? No, I'm just messing with you.
That's between me and God.
Nah, I respect that answer. I definitely do. But with that being said, though, with this song, options and all that good stuff, like I said, it's the best song that I've heard so far today. So what has been the response that you have received for it thus far?
Everyone that I played it for, friends and family, strangers, they've all loved it. It's been one of the best tracks that I've come out with recently, but there are more to come that I even like more than this one, so I'm excited.
Now, who were some of your musical influences? Because like I said, like when I'm listening to your voice, I can definitely hear the range. You mentioned earlier that you have an older sister that sings as well, but it's like when I listen to your voice and I listen to your style of your music, you don't remind me of anybody. And I'm not saying that once again just to be the nice guy on the radio, but I truly do mean that. Like, you really do have like a uniqueness in your voice, and you have an originality that I can definitely say is very refreshing when it comes to your music. So like, who are some of your inspirations and your influences that you was listening to a lot growing up?
My number one was definitely Amy Winehouse, and still is. I'm sure you can even kind of hear it in my voice, like talking. I have a lower, kind of raspy voice. So I love all of her writing and her voice, and like how different she was. Her sound was so different as well, but I'm not trying to copy her either. So I try to do my own thing.
Nah, I respect.
But I definitely get a lot of inspiration, and even in the studio, sometimes I'll be like, "Give us an Amy voice." That raspy.
So have you, during your studio?
And I know exactly what they mean.
Okay, so during your studio session today, have they asked you to give them the Amy voice yet?
Not on this track, actually. This is different. I do a variety of genres.